must have been a deadly kiss.
You were in your backyard making a painting for your art exhibition. You were thinking for an idea when you saw Jungkook walk in the yard. The bulb in your brain suddenly got open. You smiled and you continued your drawing while Jungkook was doing his yoga peacefully. Suddenly it started to rain, which made you gasp. You quickly ran inside to put your canvas, and then you came out and started picking your art things. You turned toward Jungkook to ask for help, but he has already left with his yoga mat. You sang softly and collected your stuff while getting soaked in the rain. Then you left inside the house. You saw Jungkook doing exercise in the living room, and he didn't even bother to take a glance at you. He just looked down and left to your room. Soon he came back and went to the kitchen to prepare the breakfast, as that's the only job you have in this house. You were cutting vegetables when you felt someone watching you. You looked up and found no one was there, so you decided to ignore it, thinking it must be an illusion. Soon the food was cooked, so you went to call Jungkook. You knock and enter his room and find him getting ready for the office. Why, cook breakfast is ready. Come to have it, Jungkook. Hmm. He just said this, so you started cooking, but you stopped and turned toward him to ask, why, Jungkook, can you buy me some flowers? I have to use them in my painting background. He shifts his black card toward you and says, Jungkook, I will come home late, so take the money and buy it. You sigh and shift his card back and say, Fine, it's fine. No need for this card. I will just pluck some flowers from the neighbor house. Jungkook, why are you waiting for something? Why, you don't have to worry about that. Please come down fast. Our food will get cold. Saying this, you left his room, slamming the door behind you. He came down and saw you doing dishes instead of being on the dining table eating the breakfast. Jungkook, are you on diet? Wine, I don't have any appetite to eat. Enjoy yourself and tell me if you need something. He sat on the dining table and started having his food. Slowly, he stopped after taking a bite and slid his food plate away. Jungkook, take the food away. I'm not eating it. You came into the dining room, wiping your hands with your apron. Wine, what is wrong with the food now? He shows you your hair, which makes you shocked. Jungkook, how am I supposed to eat the food in which your hair are put it as topping? Wine, but my hair is tied. How did it get in? Jungkook, I don't know, take this food. He said that and went up to leave. Let me tell you. He did that because he wanted you to eat and he knew you wouldn't waste food. That's why. He put the hair you found of yours on his coat in the food. Wine, I can prepare another one. Don't go hungry. He didn't listen to you. He just left. You sang and sat in front of the food plate and checked if there was any other hair. When you didn't find one, you decided to eat it, thinking it will be a waste if you didn't eat it. Wine, he could have just thrown that hair away. What's the point of not eating? It's not like I put some poison in it. Whatever, it's yummy. I have to finish it first. Timescape, you were searching for good flowers in the nursery, but you didn't find any good ones, so you decided to leave that part. As today, your mood has been firstly ruined by Jungkook and now these plants, you decide to go to the cafe, and as soon as you get out, a man in a mask bumps his shoulder into your, which makes you lose your balance. You were about to fall, but the stranger, who was wearing a mask and glasses, caught you by a shoulder. You quickly moved back, feeling wet webs from him. Then you excused yourself and start going while mumbling, Wine, that was scary. Why did that man even touch me? Gosh, so weird. You sit in the cafe and order a coffee, then you go to sit on a sofa. Then you start scrolling through your galleries to smile, seeing the photo of Jungkook that you took while you were sleeping. Why and POV, I still remember those days before our marriage when I used to send tons of messages and excitement. I was quite dumb at that time, but by staying by him, I don't know why I'm becoming like you instead of being able to change you. He came out of your thought when you saw the same masked man enter the cafe. His face was in front, but you could feel his eyes on you. You pull yourself together and look away. Soon your drink arrived, so you gulped the drink down and got up to leave. You took another one thinking it would be good if you gave it to Jungkook on the way back home. As he left the drink, you enter the Jungkook company and everyone on the staff bows to you at 90-degree angle in respect. You bow back and go to the reception and ask for the receptionist. Fine, may I ask what Jungkook is doing? Right now, I gotta meet him, lady. Ma'am, he's busy with meeting. You can wait in his office. Miss John. Why, sure, thanks for telling me. Hope your day will be good. You said with a smile and laughed with that lady, stood in shock thinking, how come you and your husband have this much difference in nature? You enter the Jungkook office, but you stop when you see the Jungkook secretary doing something in his drawer. Why, may I ask what are you doing? That girl's breath hitched, but since she looked toward you and confidently she, Julia, oh, it's you, Miss John. I was just finding the file to give it to Mr. John. Why? Oh, it's okay. Can you give it to Jungkook? Julia, oh, sure, give it to me. I will deliver it. You smile and hand the coffee to her. Then she leaves. You sit on the couch and wait for Jungkook. It's been an hour now. Why? I guess he's too busy. I shall trust Julia. No matter how is she, but she can do that at least. She must have given coffee to Jungkook. You went out of his office and decided to leave from the gateway where the Jungkook meeting room comes in. You walk slowly so that you will be able to peek at him. You saw him throwing the drink you bought for him in the dustbin, which broke your heart. A tear rolled down from your eyes, but you wipe it away and walk away from there fastly. At night, you were making dinner with an upset mind, but you stopped when you saw Jungkook entering the house with a bouquet of flowers that you thought beautiful, but you didn't say anything. Jungkook stopped and placed them on the kitchen counter, but you ignored them. Jungkook, here are the flowers that one of my employees gave me. Fine, I don't need them. Keep it to yourself. Jungkook, just take it. I don't want it as well. Fine, I don't like to take things from people that just because they don't read it. Jungkook, fine, I will just throw them then. Fine, what have you even learned till now other than throwing things away? Jungkook, I don't know what you're mumbling about. Just say what's your problem instead of making things up, okay? Fine, there are so many things that I don't know from where to start. He suddenly come towards you in rage and pin your back against the counter, making you gasp. He moved back within a second and said, Jungkook, look, don't ruin my mood and just keep these flowers before I throw them away along with the painting. Fine, do that if you can, John Jungkook. I swear the consequence won't be good. Jungkook, don't silence me, Vine. You again ignore him, which caused his short temper to break. He went to his room and came out with the canvas you had half drawn. Vine, Jungkook, stop, I'm telling you, don't do that. He didn't listen to you, and he threw the canvas out from the window in the light rain. Along with the flowers, you start sobbing as you weren't expecting that. Why, John Jungkook, these are the last words you're hearing from my mouth. I hate you. You shout and leave to your room while crying, leaving him there breathing heavily. He grabs the edge of the window and slowly calm himself. He sang and ran out to take your canvas and flowers back. Soon he came back in and checked the canvas, only to find it had just gotten a bit wet. He sang in relief and went to give it back to you. He knocked on your door softly and says your name. Jungkook, hey Vine, open the door right now. You didn't respond to him. He knew you were crying, so he stood there for about 20 minutes, which he consumed by wiping the water droplets from your canvas. He put it beside your doorstep and left to his room. Next morning, when Jungkook walked down into the living room, he saw a maid throwing the canvas away. But Jungkook stopped her. Jungkook, don't throw it. It's not a waste. Maid, but madam told me to throw it away. Jungkook sighed and took the canvas from her. Jungkook, I told her that I took it away, okay? Saying this, Jungkook left back to his room. Soon later, he went to the living room, but you weren't there, so he decided to cook for himself and you. He cooked bacon and bread, which he then called the maid and said, Jungkook, give it to her and don't say that I made it, okay? That maid nodded and left with the food tray. Then Jungkook left for his office. You were in your room making another drawing while wiping your tears, which had not stopped since last night, as he always hurt you with his action. You hear the knock on the door, which you again ignore until you hear the maid calling you. So you wipe your tears and open the door. Why, yeah, do you need something? Maid, ma'am, your breakfast, please have it. Why, thanks for caring about me, at least someone care about me. You say this and end up hugging the maid. Making a shock, she wanted to tell you the truth, but she stayed quiet and feared of Jungkook. Soon he closed the door and then he started eating the food with a light smile. Ryan, wow, it's so good. She made quite good food. I will give her bonus with the money. So then you got a message from unknown number. You got confused. But then you pick up the call. Ryan, hello, who is this? You got no response, which make you confused. You hear someone groaning. Then the call get cut and you become a bit scared. Why? Who the hell was that creep? You think about telling this to Jungkook, but then you decide not to, as he doesn't even care about anything. Soon later, your drawing was one third done, so you decide to take a bit rest. When you get messaged again, you open your phone and see that it was from your father-in-law. The message was about the invitation of the anniversary party. You forward this message to Jungkook, and then you block his number and leave back to do your things. The whole day you pass by staying in your room, not waiting, wanting to face Jungkook. You hear the knock again on the door. You look at the watch and see it was the time when Jungkook came home. You didn't respond to the door knock, which soon becomes silent. You hear the sound of his shoes going away. Why, he always walked away like that. He never got call my name or say sorry. Such an arrogant person. I won't talk to him ever again. The next day in afternoon, you were getting ready for the function. You were overdressed. It was bought by a first income after marriage. Instead of wearing the dress which Jungkook bought, after getting ready, you left downstairs to tell the maid to go home and we can't leave the home to her. You went down and told the maid to take their leave and then you start going. But stop when Jungkook grabbed your hand from behind. He was seeing you after 1.5 days. He came in front of you. You look, he was already ready, looking handsome than usual. He folded his arms and said, Jungkook, where do you think you are going? You didn't respond to him and start adjusting your dress while he stood there in annoyance. Jungkook, you are going with me, do you understand? You start walking past by him, but he grabbed your wrist and dragged you toward his car. He made you sit in the car and then he drive off with you in the driving seat. Jungkook, stop making me lose my temper every time. And what's the point of staying in the room all day long? What were you been doing? You didn't respond to anything, which made his anger rise again. But he wiped his lips and tried to control it. He drove faster so that he wouldn't have to see your powder face all the way. At the function, you were sitting in the corner after greeting your in-laws while Jungkook was with his father, business partners. You become bored, so you decide to scroll through your phone. You again got a message from an unknown number. You gulped, and then you opened the message and saw a man holding a photo and kissing it. You found it too creepy. You quickly blocked the number and looked toward Jungkook. You really wanted to tell him, but you didn't know what he would think. That's why you stay quiet this time as well. This time as well, you saw him coming towards you with a plate of food. Jungkook, eat it, or I will force you to eat it. Vine, stop bothering me, Jungkook. I don't want to eat anything bought by you. Jungkook, for your information, let me tell you that the food you have been giving since the last night was cooked by me. He handed you the plate forcefully, but you pushed his hand away, making the plate fall, and it echoed with a loud sound. Everyone stared at you both, in front of your parents and his. Jungkook couldn't take that embarrassment anymore. He grabbed your wrist tightly and dragged you out of the venue. He pushed you inside the car again and sat on the driving seat, then started driving. Van, what do you think you are doing, Jungkook? I am not some sort of doll that you are throwing here and there. Jungkook, just shut up. I had enough of your nonsense. Did you just come here to show how badly I treat you? Why, everyone knows that there is no love between us already. There's no reason to show it, Junko. And I know more than well there is no love in our marriage, and we are just continuing it till I say that I want divorce. You said that while tearing up. Jungkook's anger was rising with each second. He was getting annoyed. Jungkook, I'm tired of your childish behavior today. You make a scene in front of everyone. How I will explain it to my parents, huh? Why, oh, Jungkook, please. I never even wanted to fit in your standard. I wish I had. Never married an arrogant man like you. Stop the car. Jungkook, shut up already. Don't say any further. Vine, if you didn't stop, I will jump out of car. He didn't listen, so he tried to hold the handle, which made him lose balance over the car, but he managed to stop the car before it hit anything. He quickly went out and walked away. Jungkook shouted. Jungkook, fine, go away. I won't come after you. Don't expect anything from me. He said and drove off in another direction while you continued to walk, not knowing where you were going.